I would really like to see that happen. I believe that acceptance and usefulness are still necessary before we can reach that pricing threshold. Fortunately, it appears that adoption and utility will start in 2025. The money flow from those ETFs is going to be crazy. We have never witnessed the volume of money that will be pouring into XRP before. And after you become wealthy from your cryptocurrency, don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. Avoid becoming a target yourself. I have already discussed that in earlier videos. Take a look at all the bizarre things that have suddenly happened to cryptocurrency investors. Have you ever wondered how much money it takes to raise the market value of XRP by 16.6 billion? I have the precise dollar amount since I keep track of every trade on all of the main spot markets, $61 million in US currency. That is the buying pressure of the net market throughout the past 13 hours. Therefore, the market value increased by $16.6 billion, 0 cents, as a result of $61 million US dollars in purchase pressure. Your daily lesson is that market capitalization is unimportant, liquidity is crucial. And I also talked about it because when you say that XRP is going to hit 3 figures, people immediately bring up the market capitalization and past cycles, but you don't need XRP to make that much money. Even tiny sums of money have a significant impact on XRP. Now consider the institutional adoption / liquidity. Consider the flow of all that money. You could see now a 3-digit XRP is possibly higher. In South Korea, XRP performs better than Ethereum and Bitcoin. XRP is incredibly popular in South Korea. Additionally, it has a daily volume of $3.590 billion, 0 cents. And they're telling you, and you see it, it did better than ETH and Bitcoin. I anticipate that will also continue to occur. This run is going to be different from all the others, in my opinion. The Bitcoin maxis currently believe that this run is simply a typical one. They are demanding a Bitcoin payment of $200,000, 0 cents. I still believe that $150, 0 cents might be the maximum. It's not even likely to break, in my opinion. Over 120K. If it does, that's fantastic, since it means that we'll also see an increase in XRP. However, this cycle has been very different thus far. People now anticipate utility, institutional adoption, and other things. And for a few cryptocurrencies, that will be revolutionary. I believe that everything will change if rules are implemented during this run. There are 2 main reasons why XRP might be worth your were going to be, he said. He and the majority of us were unaware of how desperate people are to own US dollars. Yes, therefore, you needed to have access to a large bank in order to obtain dollars, and they would either give you tiny amounts of money or not. Normal people, however, were unable to save in it. Additionally, someone in Southeast Asia was unable to obtain cash. They can now instantly access it on their Binance app and forward it to another person, US dollars. That is a remarkable shift for folks. Now consider the possibility of RLUSD reaching people worldwide. Because of this, I believe the DRLUSD has a very high chance of becoming the digital dollar, or one of several digital dollars perhaps. It can be RLUSD, USDC. Perhaps a new stable coin or a new dollar will also be made. As of yet, we truly don't know. On that, we're still too early. However, this area will see a flood of wealth, fertiling $97 trillion. You're ahead of schedule, and it's not too late yet. Although it will eventually close, you can still get XRP for less than $3, 0 cents. Then for a while, you will be able to purchase it for less than $4, 0 cents. After then, $4, 0 cents will suddenly disappear. Then $10, 0 cents, $20, 0 cents, and finally $100, 0 cents. All the windows will close in the process. You put yourself in this position for that reason. I told you over and over, this event has the potential to change people's lives. This opportunity comes only once in a lifetime. Here, you outperform the establishments. These price points will disappear once the institutions arrive. Leveling the playing field is what he meant when he said that. People who previously had no access to the financial system are now able to do so. And that also changes the game. The emergence of the new financial system is already taking place. It's happening right in front of you. Therefore, this is the moment for you to take a position. Oh, I think I'm going to have more time to accumulate XRP is not what you say. These folks are telling me not to buy right now. Hold off until it falls below $1 once more. Less than $1 is gone, I believe. Sincerely, I believe that less than $2 are gone. Therefore, if you keep waiting, less than $3, 0 cents will eventually disappear as well. In the end, someone wrote a piece discussing how XRP and XLM should cooperate rather than compete. Pompeius is the source of this. You believe that XLM and XRP are rivals. What if they represent opposing sides of the same issue? in a regulated financial conflict? What if the true conflict is between centralized controls and decentralized freedom rather than XRP versus XLM? If you look at it this way, XLM is always the money of the people and XRP is the coin of the bank. However, Ripple is more positioned with XLM than you may realize, as evidenced by their most recent effort to purchase Circle. Stellar collaborates with Ripple. Do you recall Brad wearing the Stellar device around his neck at that one event a few months ago? Behind the scenes, they are all conversing. Additionally, if you look at it correctly, XLM can open doors for XRP. XRP makes things possible. XLM is able to open. They are both positioned with the World Bank, the IMF and the BIS, but you are in an even better position if you diversify and own both of these cryptocurrencies. Because they were both selected to be a part of the future, the same people have referenced them several times in the same lines. And XLM at the moment, you look at it and many individuals I see on X even claim that XLM won't reach 2 digits in this run. If XRP reaches 3 digits, you're unaware that XLM is likely to reach 2 digits during this run. Furthermore, even in the long run, XLM will be a 3-digit asset. It's likely going to be a 4-digit asset, since it has already been determined to be a highly valued asset for transferring funds from point A to point B. Additionally, XLM's linked to digital currencies issued by central banks. On Stellar, tokenization is also taking place. I'm telling that I wouldn't rule out XLM in any way. I'm always the first to diversify across these utility-driven coins, and I adore both XRP and XLM. I told them to listen and hold both of them when they were stating it was this crypto versus that crypto. Keep this one as well, since that way you'll have all the cryptocurrency linked to all the money. Only a small number of cryptocurrencies will be able to withstand regulations when it comes to money transfers. A small number of cryptocurrencies will dominate the global market. But until it all comes together, have patience, maintain your optimism, and let's make money together. That being said, I will now conclude this video. Thank you for watching, everyone. Thank to everybody. The next one will see you. Enjoy your evening.